Hey, what's up guys? It's Texumer talking to you here, and today I have a leak for you from Jon Prosser, which is the iPhone 14. Gosh, the iPhone 14. It's very strange to talk about the iPhone 14 when even the iPhone 13 has not been launched, but it's coming next week and we already know all of it, so it's pretty strange that the iPhone 14 has already leaked, but the iPhone 13, as we know, will be more of an S year than we expect, so 120Hz, I know, always on display and smaller notch might seem like a lot, but compared to what Apple has planned for next year, is nothing. So hold back, sit tight, and before I show the iPhone 14 leaked by Jon Prosser, roll the intro. The iPhone 14 will feature the iPhone 4 design. I know, you have heard that when the iPhone 12 was launched, but trust me, this new design will be insane. Titanium rail sides, no camera bump, no notch, and of course, different speakers and glass back design like we have not seen before since the iPhone 4. I'm very excited, round buttons, there's a lot of things to talk about. But before that, let's start with the back design. The iPhone 14 will feature a glass back, brilliant design. So it's like a glossy back like the iPhone 12's, but more close to the iPhone 4. When the Apple logo was behind the glass. It will be very close to the iPhone 4's design. The glass will be going to the edges. Now it goes to the sides and then there's a aluminium or stainless steel side. But now the glass will be going straight ahead, leaning over only the titanium rails, just like the iPhone 4, as you can see here. Comparing them to, you can see they are very close, the backs from these two phones. And the most exciting news, or one of the most exciting news, is the camera bump is going away because Apple is going to flush it. In my opinion, how they are releasing the 120x or 100x lens, so the super zoom lens, I think that's Periscope lens that is called, they will introduce a bigger and thicker iPhone. Why? Because they probably want to remove that huge camera bump that's probably going to form and adding more battery life. So we could see a 2-day phone next year, and I'm very excited for that. When I say a 2-day phone is a 2-day completely overpowered and you can kill it in 3 or 4 days if you are not a power user, but if you are a power user, I'd say 2 days and a half, but we have no specific numbers. But with the thicker iPhone it comes better battery life for sure. So no camera bump, Jon Prosser has talked about that too. Also, the sides will be titanium, which is a very strong material, and we have seen it on the Apple Watch Series 6. But I think that the iPhone 14 will feature this iPhone 4 design, a retro and a going back, just like the iMac did this year with the M1. And we have seen it go back to the original 2000s iMac with all of those different colors, and the iMac G4. It was very fun to see. And I think that this iPhone 14 will be very, very interesting to see and very beautiful, going back to my favorite iPhone design ever, the iPhone 4. Also, what's going back to the iPhone 4 design is the side buttons. We should expect the volume buttons to be round again, just like they were on the iPhone 4, and I'm very excited to see what happens. The quality of construction of that phone was insane. It was a glass sandwich with stainless steel sides, and it was very beautiful to watch and feel on my hand. The iPhone 14 will be the same, but with huge differences. Now that the glass will go to the side, you will be able to see the screen, which is black, going to the side too. So glass and glass. So I'm not sure how it will look because now you'll have a white glass here and a black glass here, and you can see the glass if you are looking at the side, like you're seeing here. But I mean, it's a thing that you will get used to it, so I don't think it's a pretty big deal. The only thing that's getting me concerned about these sides are the glass sides. When you drop it and it hits the side, instead of dinging the stainless steel, it's going to break. So let's see what happens, how Apple deals with it. Maybe they have a very strong glass. Their glass on the front right now on the iPhones is very, very strong. But let's see what happens. And of course, the front. The front of the phone will be one of the main shows. You might thinking that Apple reducing the notch this year is a pretty big deal. They will cut down the notch on the iPhone 13 to a smaller size. But with the iPhone 14 Pro and Pro Max, they will do even better. They will put an hole punch design. Like Min-Chi Kuo was talking about a few months ago, the iPhone 14 would feature a hole punch design. This hole punch design will have the Face ID array under the screen, but the camera will stay on top of it because the camera quality with under display cameras is pretty bad right now, if you can see by the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 3 or other phones. So Apple won't trust that and use a whole bunch display. But the Face ID array will be totally under the display, which is pretty cool. And of course, the speaker will be on the border. So like the iPhone 13 it is this year. And I'm very excited for the iPhone 14. This new design will be insane, with new lenses, this amazing new design, and of course amazing new colors. That black on black iPhone reminded me a ton of the iPhone 4 and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I wasn't thinking of upgrading this year for the iPhone 13, and with this new leak, for surely I'm not going to. I'm going to wait for the iPhone 14. I have an iPhone 12 Pro, so I'm not in a hurry to upgrade, and with this new rumor, of course I will wait. It killed any of the chances I will have to upgrade for the iPhone 13 Pro. So one more year with 60 Hz, that's not a lot. And of course, with the Periscope lens, it's one of my favorite features of the iPhone 14. I can't wait to get my hands on this phone. The iPhone 14's new design will be insane. I have a lot of questions. Let's see what happens in the future. In the next year, we'll have a lot of confirmations, of course, because this is still more than 1 year away. The iPhone 13 hasn't been even released. It will be released next week. I have a video on that here. But the iPhone 14 prototype is mainly finalized. Jon Prosser talked about the fact that this phone is finalized, at least the prototype, not the colors, and of course they will feature a lightning cable, because Jon Prosser talked about that too. They had to confirm it twice, but yes, it will feature a lightning port. Also, the speakers will be reminiscent of the iPhone 4, different from this whole punch-like design on the iPhone 12s and behind. So I think that this new iPhone 14 will be insanely good looking, and I think that this new design will be very good to see. And I think that everyone with this new design will upgrade for the iPhone 14 again after upgrading for the iPhone 13, because I think there will be a lot of people upgrading for the iPhone 13. So I think that Apple is on a killing spree with the iPhone, and with this new design of the iPhone 14, they might even convince a lot of older Apple fans that have lost their joy for Apple, because they enjoyed the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 5, but when the iPhone 6 was launched, they kind of like started to go away to other phone companies. But now with the iPhone 14, they will go back to the future. Yes, I'm saying this because with the older design, they will introduce the future, and I'm very excited to see what happens with the iPhone 14. One of my favorite designs I've seen all day and all year. So I'm very excited. Jon Prosser just killed my excitement for the iPhone 13, let's say. And I think that everyone on Twitter, at least, they were talking about the iPhone 14 and not the iPhone 13. So I think Jon Prosser killed the Tuesday event for a lot of people. Let's see, I'm very excited for it too. And let's see what happens. I enjoyed the iPhone 14. Which color will you pick? It showed us a lot of new colors, black, turquoise, and a strange gold and rose gold. I think that the rose gold is almost like a prototype color that they were showing, because Jon Prosser talked about that he saw that rose gold, it was not invented by them, but the turquoise and the strange green was invented by them. It was one of their wishful thinking, so I think that it will probably won't come out, but expect black, white like normally, gold, and that probably rose gold color looks pretty nice, and I think that Apple will sell a lot of those. But the iPhone 14 will definitely be a huge upgrade for a lot of people. Even for the iPhone 12 owners or 11 owners, it will be a huge upgrade. If you are one of those, I strongly recommend you to wait, because the iPhone 13 isn't a big upgrade, because only 120 Hz, small upgrades to the display, no notch, always on display, small upgrades to the camera and video formats. So I think that that's a pretty big S year, not a full number jump, although Apple will call it the iPhone 13, but the iPhone 14 will be the phone to get. And also titanium. Guys, titanium, one of my favorite types of materials. Let's see what happens. Are you excited for the iPhone 14? Are you waiting for the iPhone 14 just based on this leak? Or of course, are you going to see what happens on the iPhone 13 event and get the iPhone 13? Remind that you have to take these leaks with a huge grain of salt. They are 1 year away. Apple can change a lot of things in 1 year, but this is their prototype right now. I think that Jon Prosser did well releasing it. Let's see what happens. Don't forget to comment down below what's your opinion on this. Will you get the iPhone 14? Wait for it, I don't know. And of course, while you're there, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It's very important for me. We have reached 200 subscribers. Thank you for your support. 200 subscribers, it means a lot to me. And of course, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. This was Thanks for talking to you here. Bye.